secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Tulane Green Wave, Ullman Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on last year's national champions, the Tulane Green Wave. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. And he's going to bring it out. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the West Virginia Mountaineers offense will take the field first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Finds his tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. The Mountaineers will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Green Wave offense heads onto the field for their first possession of the game. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him. And
breaks away on the left. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And he's able to find a running room before they get him down. Guys, let's take a second here and talk about Tulane. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Works ahead for a couple, they'll stop him at the 27. And the Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Mountaineers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Running back searching for a hole. Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Looking for a man, it's Stewart. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the catch, it's Temple. Turning it on! Out of bounds, wide at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. From the gun, the ground game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to fire. Puts it out of the air. Touchdown, Tulane! A great catch and run for 6. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. First play of of the drive wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Shelton. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. From the gun, the running back looking for room. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Mountaineers moving quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at it. They're ready to go again. Back on the line.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush.
All by himself down the middle at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, West Virginia.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Running behind that left side. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Wide open space. Touchdown, Green Wave. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Addison. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Hauls it in at the 25. And the returner is stopped. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the... breaks into the open. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. The give to the back. At the 20, he's got space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Tulane right back to the line. Marches ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. They've been steamrolled so far in this 1st half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Well, and I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He tries to take the top off. Makes the grab down the left side. Off and running. Touchdown, Mountaineers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Goodness, correct. That is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it inside the 30. Hits the accelerator to the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tulane.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Alabama looks like a legit title contender right now, which they kind of do every year. But, man, this offense is rolling. They're up by 21 over Mississippi State. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Mountaineers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Quarterback just couldn't quite find the range on the last play. It's 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense. You've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Finds his big tight end. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Tulane right back to the line. Dropping back, it's Stewart. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. It's a fumble. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Going for it all. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you? And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Yulman Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Mountaineers will kick it away to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. The short hands, it's Hayes. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield, it's Stewart. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Makes it past the marker. Touchdown, Green Wave! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. So now it's 2nd and long. Handoff from the shotgun. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Duggan. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? He's loose down the left side. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, Green Wave. And they turn it into a defensive score.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. To the air on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They're going to run it to the right. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Stewart. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Can't get him to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Green Wave working with a fresh set of downs. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Now the offense trying to operate in the red zone. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by 7 over Arkansas. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Snags it quickly on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Couldn't find a man, just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Mountaineers decide to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. To throw, it's Stewart. Quick completion on the out. There he goes. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Touchdown, Green Wave! the score. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Mountaineers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. We've reached a break, and it's Tulane on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Handoff from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Back to throw, it's Stewart. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Green Wave! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Push down for the tackle. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Hayes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finds his man. It's Hayes. Turning it on. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Tulane right back to the line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got his man. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive gain. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Got his man. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to throw, it's Stewart. Looking to get it in. And they will score. Touchdown, Tulane. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Hayes. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down.
Here we go.
Just keeps slinging it. Makes the grab. It's Barney. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
Takes a hit as he fires. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It's 1st down from the 11. Looking to pass. It's Stewart. Fires to the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Mountaineers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Duggan. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. He wants a big play here late. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to...
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. And with that touchdown, I would say this one is out of reach.
It is out of reach. A lot of coaches pull their starters, start to build some of that depth, put some other guys in. But listen, keep playing, keep executing. Their job is stop you.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. And the Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Bunch formation for these receivers. Back to throw, it's Stewart. Makes the catch, it's Barney. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on second and short. Back to pass. Under fire. Quickly to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to throw on first down. Buying some time. Slings it downfield. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown in the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.